Hello, hello, and welcome back to another great season of esports. Today we are going to be playing Valorant. It'll be KU Esports versus Wichita State. Our first map up here is going to be Haven. We already have some locking in. All right, we have Xian on Omen. We are fully locked in on Kansas side. War on KJ, Cartface with that breach pick. We're going Duelist Jet for Jammies and Crispy on Sova. These are some new players this year. I mean, if we're all coming back and joining in this time, we know we had some players last year, but we kind of have a new team going on this year. Some newer ranks. So we're gonna see how today goes. We're going up against Wichita State today, and while Wichita State does arguably have some higher ranks today, obviously Rock Chalk Jayhawk, we are always rooting for our KU team, and we're still waiting on some picks over here on Wichita State's team. Does look like we're hovering pretty carefully on. We already have that Sova pick locked in under Marv. Going double smokes over here for Wichita State. Obviously a Viper with a round combo of something like Omen obviously makes sense. And over on KU's side, we're doing a little bit of a double initiator. I'm a smokes player. I love a good smoke, but I think initiator to get some of that information on Haven with the 3 sites is going to be really important for KU and see how they play it out together. And that is going to be locked in for Wichita State today. And we're gonna start up here on Haven. I'm not too sure how this season's gonna look. I've heard some good rumors on the backside of how we've been looking in some scrims. I know we have Angel back. Obviously, name is a little bit different here with Xian, but I mean, one of my favorite people to watch play. I think it's gonna be a good season. Ooh, Sen Classic, a classic, obviously. We're gonna get started here watching around, seeing some of these setups, hopefully. I mean, I really don't know what to expect today from these teams. Over on Wichita State side, we have Thiessen, who actually is currently ranked in Radiant 301. I mean, that is an accomplishment in itself. Oh, and it looks like we might already be going into a tech pause. These are kind of our favorite moments, especially when there's not too much to talk about. I guess we can kind of talk about maybe what some ideas might be up here. I mean, with different duelists, we have Yoru coming out for Wichita State. Those blinds can come to be really helpful. Okay, sounds like we have some audio issues. But for Sui, we have that, and I mean, we've seen it in pro play with like people like Tens playing duelist like Yoru, who is able to make it from one site to the other in just a matter of seconds, so that rotation can be really helpful. All right, it looks like we are right back in. And then if we're talking with the Jet, I mean, Jet overall is just a really fast-paced player who is still on that, able to get the next site pretty quickly, just not as quickly. So we'll see how each team plays. And we're gonna start over here with Wichita State on the defense coming out on the C. Immediate trades back and forth.
Spike down.
That is gonna be one up for Wichita State with those 2v2.
I got the spike.
Those trades make it really difficult. It looks like Kansas still might be pushing onto this C site, checking around each corner. I mean, we still see that Omen is over there for Wichita State, but definitely pulling back. Quite complete silence here from KU. They're coming up. We see the lines coming out. That's going to be a push onto site, but we see that Wichita State is nowhere near site right now. Other than this Omen and this KJ. There's going to be a war right here with Jammies and Jump.
Spike planted.
And that is going to be a kill for Jammies. Bringing this down to 3. That breach stun's going to come out on cams. Make this a little bit more difficult. They're going to push. And they're going to get that pick. Beautiful pick from Jammies. We're seeing these 2 come out. And that's going to be
last player
immediately Sui. War with the 2K to finish it off. I mean, what a round for Kansas coming out from that start. It just, with those 2 kills immediately already being down, pushing back up C was honestly the best decision they could make, taking that time. And it is going to see that Wichita State is going to be a little bit hesitant of that side, but KU might be leaning towards A on this push, kind of playing, we'll see how this playing a little aggro towards that A, hopefully, because they're A is completely free unless we see that Viper. Yep, Viper's placing that wall and running right back to A site. And we see some good kills coming through. I'm gonna play a little bit on that aggression with that cage in there. It's gonna be some util that they need to be careful. We're gonna see Jeremy's just gonna push in. Hold that. Cams is gonna get that pick. Yoru is gonna jump right away to help out his team on B. Shion gonna be taken out by Sui. There's gonna be this pressure. Sui with another kill onto Carface, bringing this to a 4v4.
Cutting through.
Spike
Just
planted.
2 left down to get this plant is in.
Last player
War's gonna
standing.
get traded immediately, and Jammies isn't gonna get them one. That is gonna be second round to Wichita State.
Turret out.
Here.
And I mean, that is just
Thrifty.
domination here from
I
how they
need
played that with the
nothing to
Thrifty.
win.
Seeing that Yoru with the Sheriff, it is, I mean, it's impressive. It's a good kill. Good 2 kills. And so that's gonna bring us 1-1. We see kind of already a lead over here. Cams from that last round taking a 4-1 KJ right now. And War, we're gonna see up with us 3 of the Sentinel. Our duelist are there, but they're working up. I mean,
Keep them back.
we're seeing a little bit of change.
Turret out.
And this is gonna be an A push here
Scanning ahead.
from KU. They're all gonna be spotted out there. Marv with the util, hoping to get one with the shock dart. Does not receive any damage. And they're gonna spot that. Spray a little bit. There's definitely a push here onto A, where there's already plenty of pressure from Wichita State. Ooh, gonna get picked as a trade there. We are on a 4v4. Crispy is gonna be low. And they are still gonna be pushing this A site. We see full. We see all 3 of KU up in this A push. There's still 2 here. Sova's gonna drone out. Hope to spots one. Does not spot anything onto this short play. Cams is still holding here. This is gonna be spot first.
Revealing area.
Last player
And
standing.
here- oh, Cams with
Spike
the
down
2K.
A.
Right on the KU. Heartface can't finish it out. And Marv gets that final kill with the Sheriff. I mean, we're seeing a little bit of how this team plays, and we're seeing Wichita is coming out with some really good ideas and knowing where Kansas is gonna be. And we are gonna see KU might be playing something a little bit slower here. Seeing what might be able to work out. And we see that A with just the Sova left there, but that util usage, getting that information has been one of the biggest things for Sova on the side of Wichita State.
Deploying
We're gonna see
drone.
Crispy push up into this mid area to try to spot out some util and pull some information onto that C side, knowing that there's 2 there. KU decides to back out, maybe take B site, possibly. Nope, we're rotating to A. And there's one clear. Cams.
Shadows traveling.
Crazy kill onto Crispy in mid. And that takes us down to a 4v4. Sui with the off kill onto War. That's unfortunate with that Sentinel.
Spike
Play
planted.
post plant. It is just up to 3v3 now. Trade immediately right here. Jumped onto Jammies. We are left in a 3v2 post plant. Blinded. Sui with the off. Take it
One
out.
enemy remaining.
Junked with the other. Carface is left in a 1v2. Junked on the defuse.
Blinding.
Hoping to get that pick. Just a bit too slow. Junked. Possibly blinded by his own blind. Is not able to finish that kill onto KJ. And that is going to be a 3rd round for Wichita State. And we are going into this 5th round. KU having won that first one, and Wichita State with the next 3. I mean, there's not much that Kansas is doing wrong. It's just there's not a good enough rotation possibly here. I mean, we're seeing maybe a C push here again with just that Viper there on C, but KJ and Yoru's close by.
Cover going out.
We're gonna see They are pretty loud
My
here on
ult
C, and
spike
that's going to draw several over. We're going to pop ult on here on Jammies, hopefully to pick up one. First on that Omen, perfect kill. Sees another, second. No, unable to finish. T-Sin gets that kill. She on the jump.
Last player standing. Spike
Left
down,
alone
C.
to try and finish this off. Wars left getting 1v3 and not able to finish up. We see Cams yet again pulling off those final kills. A 3K here for Cams on that 5th round. And we see another op reinvested back into this round. I mean, there's just, it's just a roll. It just keeps going down. We see here on the side, the economy for Kansas is definitely running low. We have one Vandal here for Jammies up on our duelist, hoping that Jammies can do a little bit something. I'm just not sure. We're seeing C might be that push again, but multiple here on B site. There's gonna be that noise taken again, this long range. C is wide open. Viper coming, pushing over through that smoke, not willing to push in, pulling back, and that is going to be a site take for Kansas, getting that plant down.
Spike planted.
Ooh, the kill in the smoke is insane from Kansas.
Last player standing.
It kills all through the smoke, every single direction, and Jammy's unable to finish it off with Cams with another 3K yet again. Wow, what a round coming out. I mean, Kansas had C, and all of a sudden Wichita State just coming in, flooding the site, and it's just over. There's not much they can do.
Can I get this?
Alright, we're gonna keep it moving here. Kansas is kind of just trying to figure out what is the best move, but it feels like Wichita State is kind of just reading them with KJ over here on A and multiple sitting in B, not expecting them to go C at all after 2 pushes and no success whatsoever. We're gonna see all that util from this KJ here over on the A site, gonna be able to hold it down. And Kansas is gonna just push up through short with long. Holding back Yoshian. That is going to be an ult invested here for KU, but that's going to be util pop, hoping to keep them from pushing. Sui is going to get that kill onto War. That's a hard one. Without that KJ, we are getting a plant down. And we have another kill. This is great news. 4v4 post plant for the University of Kansas. Crispy with a crispy kill onto Sui with that op. Kill. Jammies with another.
One enemy remaining.
Beautiful kills from Jammies, and we're left with T-Sin here on the side of Wichita State. University of Kansas has come out with an idea. Being able to play this post plant just beautifully on this A site, getting some of those picks. Doesn't really look like T-Sin knows where to look, and Jammies with the 3K, just what KU needed today. He needed to finish this off. That was a beautiful round, taking that 7th round for KU. We are going to go into this next round. Economies are definitely a bit more even here. KU needed a win in order to even this out just a bit. We still have that op side, or that op on the side of Wichita State with Sui.
Right there.
See what he is able to play with this.
Calling
Playing
my
that B
boss.
side, and it does look like he is reading KU like a book, knowing that they might be on this B side. Damn, 2, 3.
Spike down
window.
mid. One enemy remaining.
Sui with the 4th, and that leaves Crispy up on his own, hoping not to get picked off in this. And that first pick, getting told out, where is he? Everyone knows he's blind. Not able to finish up. Marv with the 5th and final kill on 2KU. I mean, whatever just happened in window, I hope never happens in your competitive games, because that one hurt. That one, Cams is just popping off 16-2 right now. I mean, what do we expect from a team like this? Wichita State, Cams
right here
is just reading, knowing exactly where they need to be. Not even with an off, just knowing what they need to do. they're not reading that KU will possibly be taking this B site again.
Flash out!
Right, Yoder being in garage. Pushing up, this could be really detrimental for War. Not holding it long enough, getting those smokes in. They're able to take that B site, plant down.
Spike planted.
That ultimate is not quite taking anything quite yet. Sui, though, does get a pick on a War, as expected. Jammies is going to be pushing out of the smoke. Not expecting Dell to be there, and Jammies is going to get that pick. Marv onto Cartface is left into a 5v2, 4v2 with that.
One enemy remaining.
4v1 post plan, know exactly where he is. Crispy taken down by Marv, already low. That's going to be 7-2 here going into the next round. I mean, they were able to take B site just very strong, but unable to finish it off. Not able to hold down that B site. I think we're seeing some wonderful rotations here from Wichita State, and I mean, we know this map is something that most people expect to be attacker-sided with how many sites there are. But with some of the rotations that we have coming out of here from Sui and just the holds that each of these individual players for Wichita State have had, they've been able to hold it down very strong. And we are going to see a little bit of a split here from KU, and this is going to be a light buy. Whiff on that Marshall onto the Yoru down in sewers. They're going to keep peeking it, hoping to get that pick. This is a 5v5 still. Wichita State a little unsure. Marv onto Cartface though.
Flight.
In garage. Xion with the sheriff kill. Able to get out. It does get marked. Wichita State still a little unsure of where KU might end up. Kill from Thiessen though, insane, and Sui with the op because of that easy rotation.
Revealing area.
There's a clear A site here for KU. Other than this util here, they're able to get out and make some moves, but with this low buy, they have to be careful of getting on the site. We have that verification that they are placing
Bomb grenade
able to play some time, but
30
Sui
seconds
gets
left.
up close and able to
Player
get
standing.
War.
Spike down A.
Or onto Jammies and War immediately back on Sui. Ooh, shots from War. Beautiful one on the junk, but unable to finish it on Marv. And that is going to be 8-2. I mean, played without that kill from Sui. Possibility of a win there, but War just unable to finish that off fast enough onto Sui. I mean, that operator is just deadly in these hands of Sui. And we see he has it yet again. It is going to be played over and over. We still see Cams has let down a little bit. 16-3 right now. Not really getting some of those kills, allowing his team to kind of make some of those moves for them.
Get out of my way!
And we are going to see an okay buy here from KU, but we do see one on that kill. Sui holding that beautifully to get that pick onto War, taking that first pick. Two ultimates invested here, and it is going to be very useful for KU. We're going to be playing a 4v4, hoping to get that plant down here. Jamie is waiting to use that ultimate. That's going to be the third ultimate invested into here, and that is going to
Spike
be
planted.
yet another ultimate from
Last player standing.
And Chunk just cannot finish it. It's going to be 8-3. KU with
Last
the
round before
firing
the switch.
squad onto Junked in order to close down that round. And we are going to see an okay buy here off from KU. Yep, we're going to see a buy here. And we're actually going to have two operators in play, one on each side. I mean, a defensive operator is sometimes good, sometimes bad. And so we're going to see what Jammies is able to finish here, hoping to go looking like a site, possibly wanting that pick onto the Yoru. And it's going to be played just a little bit slower. Sui's going to be holding that B, but KU is not intending to go there quite yet. Cartface possibly looking there, but this is just played entirely slow. not wanting to make a move quite yet, not wanting to give Wichita State any information. We do finally see War pushing up a little bit into this A site, but no information given on either side of who is where. We do see some questioning and some rotation here from Sui moving over to the C site to meet up with Crispy on there, where Crispy is going to rotate out. This is going to be a rotation over for KU onto the A site. And we see just Thiessen is there. That is going to give them the information they need to move and rotate over to the A site. They're going to smoke that off, get that blind onto Thiessen. Are they going to be able to get this pick onto Thiessen? This is going to be a possible 5v5 post plant.
Out of charges.
And that is going to get that down. War's going to get that first pick. They're going to know where Sui is, get some dinks onto him.
Enemy mark.
And this is going to be a 5v4 post plant. Junked, dizzied. Sui though with the pick on a Crispy. Oh, Junked able to get 4. This is going downhill slightly for KU. Cartface with another onto Junk.
Last player standing.
Cammies though with the 2K played perfectly. Cams is just going to be here waiting for someone to peek out of this smoke, looking for Jammies. There's that kill. But instead of it being Cams, it is Jammies with the 3K to take this 8-4 half.
Switching sides.
Will we be having a halftime? It does not appear so. Alrighty, we are going to be jumping right into this next half. KU now on that defensive side. We're going to see this pressure of Wichita State. See if they decide a fast-paced play. While up against KU, they definitely played a little bit slower on that defensive side, waiting for KU to make that move.
Time out.
And we're going to see if they're waiting for KU to make a move still, or if they decide to play some aggression. I mean, we already see them lining up here, possibly for this B site, looking
Standing ahead.
to make some moves. Yeah, they're going to push in pretty quickly here on this first pistol round.
Grenade out.
Blind out here. And that is going to be War on the first kill onto Sui. Perfectly done. Still looking for more here. Not sure if there's going to be another one. And we see some information over here in Garage on towards C side. We have Pico here, hopefully able to take that play. Get over there. Thiessen going to get the first pick on a Jammies. The first take a lot of damage here. And Cams is going to get that kill onto Sion, leaving C site open for Wichita State to take and get that plant down. This is going to be a 4v3, but we do see that much 3v3 post plant because Thiessen was so low. That was a beautiful shock dart from Crispy.
Revealing area.
And they are going to play back a little bit with just one playing in their tongue to get that kill onto Cartface. Now they know where one is, hoping to pick out.
Last player
Crispy
standing.
unable to finish. Junked finishes off Crispy, and War is left with just 15 HP, hoping to get just one more pick. Unable to. Junk with the 3K on this first pistol round. That is going to be one pistol round for each team here, and see if this is a snowball effect for KU or if it is snowball effect for Wichita. I mean, we see buyouts here already. We see 2 sheriffs coming out for
Placing
KU,
alarm bot.
and we see an outlaw. Love to see the outlaw. Honestly, since it's come out, it's not been a gun for me, but it's a gun for others, and they do very well with it. And Sui does seem like a operator type person. So we will see how this plays off. Alrighty, and it does look like Wichita State is going to push up this A side, but we have KJ full util here, able to spot out that this possibly is their intentions. We already see a good rotation over here for KU, hoping to keep this pressure on the site. We get that first kill from Jammies. Wonderfully done. Good investment here. Oh, another pick on Jammies with the 2K. Beautifully done, and that is going to force them to pull back. Wichita State is still pushing onto this A site, hoping to make some moves on this long. That smoke is going to be up. War is holding this. They hear these noises. They know that they're still invested here.
Toxin screen down.
We still see the KJ for Wichita State over here playing around on B, But Xian is just waiting for that beautiful kill. And we
30
do
seconds
finally
left.
see a pullout from Wichita State, hoping to go somewhere else with just 24 seconds left on the clock. They need to hurry. Does KU recognize this rotation? It does seem like they understand that one is
Revealing
moving.
area.
Possibly hearing some noise now, hoping to see a rotation here from KU. And that is going to be a
10
rotation
seconds
called
left.
out, hearing that plant go down.
Spike
Be
planted.
a 2v4 post plant.
Flash out.
Onto Nova. Teason with the 3K on the part.
Last player standing.
4 with 1. Leaves Marved in a 1v1
One enemy remaining.
to get that kill onto War. Wrapping around Jammies right behind.
A little
And that
recognition
hurts.
is nice.
That
now and then.
hurts.
Thank you.
Right from behind. Able to pull that with a classic shot. And I know that just hurts. They're down to 10-4. Wichita State able to get to their first to double digits. I mean, this is looking difficult for KU. Economy is just completely busted with sheriffs all around, and we see a little bit of just saving for, not quite saving, more of a buy here than I would expect for Wichita State, looking to finish
Take
this up
flight.
pretty soon. There's quite a good aggression coming out for KU. Oof. Yeah, there's an aggression coming out from KU that needs to be slowed down just in the slightest. Understanding that Wichita might be rotating, KU is slowly waiting to hear information. Junk does push up here on B, hoping to gather some news for his team. You see they're just sitting there. Xian just already super low. And that is going to be a pick for Xian. Beautifully done.
Spike
Sui,
down,
though, with the
C.
trade. Xian not able to finish it off.
Fake
Dealt some
teleport.
damage, but Sui with the 3K.
Cutting through.
And we are going to get that plant down for Wichita State. Crispy and on to Teason. Getting some information, but Sui
Last
rotate
player
out there with
standing.
another kill, though. Junk left in a 1v2 post-plant. Both healthy.
Placing
KU
One enemy
Cindy
remaining.
chunked onto Crispy. Four left alone and not able to clutch. Gets just absolutely one-tapped from Junked. 11-4 for Wichita State. And we are going to see some buys coming out here for KU as well as for Wichita State. And we do see a lot of Wichita State has stepped up here with Cam's not actually dominating as much as he was in his first half. With a 17-7 half, we've seen KU able to step it up, get some of these picks. It is just not being able to finish it off here at the end. And this is going to be a pretty fast push up here on A for Wichita State, looking to get that first kill. Jammies is going to get out of there clean. Teason, though, pushing up into short. KU is waiting to gain some knowledge about what possibly could be happening. Jammies with the first pick on the
Spike
Sui.
down
Wonderfully
A.
done. Teason, though, trades out Jammies. Cam's hoping to get that peek. Teason,
Shock dart. Deploying
Crispy
drone.
is going to gain some information here, knowing that 3 is there. Xian with a pick onto Marv. Pushing them back here.
One enemy
Another
remaining.
part face onto Teason, and this is going to leave Junked into a 1v3, spiked down, unable to retrieve it without being spotted out by KU. Holding these angles, Crispy is going to push up. We're going to see one. Crispy gets that final pick. It's going to be 11-5
Not
for
ready yet.
that next round for KU. And that is going to be a first timeout started here, called out for KU. I mean, I can only imagine what they're talking about here on this timeout. I mean, just possibly where to go, how to play, hopefully maybe pulling out some aggression here. We've seen that KU has been playing back a little bit, but getting picked by Sui and Cams, and I mean, Junked we've seen step it up, especially here in some of these rounds. KU is just looking to find where these kills can be found. Those first picks there on that last round really helped out KU. to gain some information and push that aggression towards A. And we see buys were possibly waiting to see more come through, but both economies are pretty broken right now. KU finally pulling through, getting some kills in order to bring down that economy that was absolutely growing for Wichita State. We see some shotguns coming out, possibly from Sui. Other than that, we see a lot of classic spot here. We are going to be out of that timeout. Still 20 seconds till round starts. See how they're setting up. It does look like another possible A push here for Wichita State. KU not quite reading that, but hopefully gaining some information with Sova here on A. It's kind of between A and B, with the Killjoy util towards B helps them not to push out so aggressively. And this is going to end up being a B push where we just see one there alone, Sui with a shotgun. KU gains that information that they're pushing into this B side. Absolute aggression here. Push out of the other. Heartface underneath one. Jam's unable to share mark. War with one. Chunked onto War immediately. Left a 42 post plant. Stuck with this Viper util in their face. Viper ultimate stuff hit. Crispy with one. Looking to gain some of that information. That is the
Last player standing.
Teason onto Xion, and Crispy's gonna hold. And hopefully finish this out, not get stuck in here. Teason pushing this aggression. Crispy unable to do anything. 7 bullets left, 77 health. Unable to finish. Junk with 2 pushing from 2 different angles. A lot of util being thrown at him. He's blinded. Using that util, hopefully gets one. Unable to. Junk finishes him off with a pistol to take them to map point.
Match point.
Once we win, just dump all your tech in my lap. I'll fix it up.
For Wichita State. I mean, they are, just the aggression coming out. We see there's a very equal distribution here for the team's kills, where KU just is lacking in finishing. Where there's a lot in kills is similar, they just aren't able to finish those rounds off the way that people like Junked has been able to finish. Junked has just been playing that aggression, able to play off of what KU does now. We're gonna see this progression towards C. Give me those. Jammies with the first tick though. Taking this in. Sui gains some of that knowledge though where he is to push him back. Taking his push off of C site. This gets a full rotation over. But Wichita State just has complete control here with an ultimate coming out, pushing them out. See how they disable Marco with an ultimate as well. You see just back-to-back
One enemy remaining.
Jammies with a beautiful kill. Leaves just one alone, Xion, to finish off the final kill onto Cams. And that does not let this game finish quite yet. That is going to be a 12-6. KU getting that 6. Picking up some weapons. Gaining some ult orbs here. That is going to be a good round played out for KU. Only one weapon lost in the end of that. Wonderfully done. We're hoping to see a bit more of that from KU after rounds where we just haven't been able to retake those sites or hold down sites. Does seem like this is going to be a push out here for Wichita State. KU looking to hold down each site individually.
Standing ahead.
Gonna gain a little bit of information here. Wichita State looking possibly to push this B with just one defender holding it down. Chunked. Xion though, that leaves B absolutely open. Chris though traded to Sui.
Take flight.
Going down to see that there's just one more left here for those attackers. We see this hold from Jet if they decide to go this short push. We are just waiting and waiting. Jammies with 2. Junk though traded onto Jammies. Junked left alone with just one other. A site held down. Looking like They will possibly push up yet again. KU unsure though, possibly pulling
I have the
back.
spike.
The
Scanning ahead.
scan is going to give them
30
the information
seconds
that
left.
There was one there. Crispy.
Placing
Line
swarm
up.
grenade.
Gonna get that plant
Swarm
down
grenade
though
out.
for Wichita State. A 2v3 post plant.
Placing swarm.
Last player
And
standing.
there's gonna be one left. Junk left alone. Not able to finish it out though. Cart phase left to very low HP, but is gonna finish that off, taking this 12-7. KU is not looking to give this game up quite yet. Playing around with that just a little bit, hoping to get these guns. KU does lose a few players here though, which is a little bit more difficult, but economy is okay for KU. Wichita State still holding in there. We haven't seen Sui with an operator in their hands, so KU's been able to hold that economy back just enough. We're gonna see what looks like it could be a B or C push here from Wichita State. KU though still just playing a little bit safe, not looking to play anything too crazy.
Revealing area.
Gonna get some, no knowledge because of that Viper wall. Thiessen to get that pick onto Crispy. See this fight here in Garage. War holding close, pulling out. Possibly looking. KJ fight. Wonderfully done by War. And we do see them now rotating back over to A. Wichita State is looking to take A site quietly. KU reading that they are no longer here towards B or
Toxins
Garage,
going up.
rotating over multiple players. Still not fully sure of where they should go. Xion does gain that knowledge though that they are pushing this A site, speeding up Wichita State just a little bit more, hoping to get some of these plays.
Decoy.
That plant is going to go down with a 4v4 post plant. Out. And we see War playing here up in tower, hoping to spot at least one. We see Sui pulled back and Marv going to get that turret. We see KU struggling to time to get into here. Marv with the kill onto War. It's going to be trades back and forth.
Here.
Jammy's holding
Last
the
player
operator.
standing.
Unable to finish that off, and that's going to be 13-7
Attackers win.
game for Wichita State. I mean, KU held their own in there for quite a while. 13-7 is on the difficult side of finishing up there. I believe we are going to go into a second map here soon. We're going to see Jammy's up there with 20 and 15. I mean, it's excellently played by KU, just needing to finish up some of those rounds and working towards how they can take this next and how next map is going to look, working as a team. Obviously, we do know this is a newer team, and they're still working out some of the kinks, and we see that today, but wonderfully played by KU for that first map. We'll be back here soon for that second. to this second map. We have a scent here coming out for our second map, and we are still up against Wichita State for anyone joining us. First map went 13-7 towards the side of Wichita State. Wichita State coming into this hoping to finish this off in 2 maps. KU looking to take this all the way. And we are going to see no one locked in quite yet. We are here in Agent Select. A Vice is hovered. Will a Vice be played? That is like quite literally the question. I mean, people are still learning how to play Vice and learning ways to play against Vice. I mean, we're even going to see a Clove hovered here on the side of KU, which I think is interesting to see that played in. I mean, nothing locked in yet, but we are looking at some duelist over here on the side of KU, looking like they might be just discussing who's going where. War is going to lock in on that. KJ, Jammy's on to the Jet, Xion onto Sova, Cartface onto Clove, and Crispy is going to lock in that next duelist raise. So we're going to have a double duelist played here out for the University of Kansas, and we're waiting for them to lock in over here, making some decisions here. They're going to lock in onto KO instead of Vice, not looking to play that out quite yet. They're going to go with a double initiator for Wichita State. We are playing in here. We're going to see a Killjoy coming out on both sides, which I think makes sense for this map. Most teams end up playing KJ, one of the most powerful sentinels here played. We're going to see for smokes, it's going to be interesting to see the Omen versus the Clove. We've quickly become seeing Clove played quite more often in competitive type matches. Not quite to the pro level, but it'll be good to see this here on this level. We're just going to see some classics and some sheriffs coming out here on each side. It's going to be an invest for Wichita State, hoping to take yet another pistol round. I'm going to see them play a little bit slower, hoping to take maybe some of this mid-control. Crispy, though, just waiting it out. Have that smoke down. Pushing up this mid-site. KU not too sure what is happening. KU playing a little bit defense. Gained some information there from Crispy, peeking out onto this mid. Ooh, that is going to be a pick from Xion onto Thiessen. Traded back immediately for Marv. Jammies, though, onto Sui. Marv traded right back, though. This is a 3v3. Marv is dealt quite a bit of damage, down to 39 HP, pulling out of this B site. That is going to be a pick from Cams onto Crispy in mid. And that's going to be the rotation over to A, which could possibly be the wrong decision out here from Wichita State, with maybe now knowing that they're here, able to hold them back just enough. This is a 2v3. War breaking that, gains that first kill on a Marv, taking this
Spike down A.
Knowing exactly where at least Cams is.
30 seconds left.
That is
Last
jumped
player
down, killed by
standing.
Cartface. Cams left alone on site. Not even able to get pants down yet. 20 seconds left on the clock.
Planted.
Left in a 1v2 post plant, holding from
Shadows traveling.
main. Knows where they are. Both Cartface and War.
One enemy remaining.
Cams with the sheriff kill right onto War. And it's going to be Cartface looking to push Cams just a bit here, hoping to get that pick. And Cartface finishes up on Cams. That is going to be a pistol round for KU. Wonderfully done here from Cartface, able to finish that out. We see KU is not coming to play. KU really wants to take this into a third map tonight. Looks like it could be another mid or B push here from Wichita State.
Placing swarm grenade.
War with the first pick, second pick, Cam straight right back to
player
him.
standing.
And part face. That is
Spike
beautifully
down,
done
B.
by KU. Good investments here. Teason hoping to get just one, but needing to pull back. No spikes in his hands. Getting just absolutely demolished there. KU is going to take that invest and make something of it here for that second round to a 2-1 or 2-0 lead for KU.
Alarm bot out.
Turret out.
We're going to see that Wichita State has decided to push mid, not looking to push that B site again, as War was just absolutely dominating on that B site as Killjoy. There has been an invest here for Wichita State, hoping to have some guns here to get some picks early on. KU is not looking to give any kills too fast over to this Wichita State team. See smokes coming out here, blocking mid, blocking A. Very slow. We see this over here with this clove. What is the timing of everything? Marv gets that pick on a cart face.
Scanning ahead.
And we see this push is deciding to
My ult is ready.
Sweet on the crispy, Marv on the jammies, just taken down.
One
easily
enemy
off of
remaining.
the hands. Cam's
Spike
onto
planted.
Xion, that leaves War left alone in a 1v5, left with just a Spectre in his hands, hoping to get even just one pick here. Taking a little bit of damage. Collects an Ares. Doesn't know that he's here. Gets that peek right on the War. And that is going to be 2-1 here for
Alarm bot.
KU with 2.
Placing sentry.
Alarm bot out.
And it does look like this is going to be another push up towards B mid for Wichita State. KU reading this perfectly though, not giving too much attention towards that A site. Wichita State deciding to play just a bit slowly, as it did have the best outcome for them in the last round here on Ascent. This slow play, Spike not even in the hands of anyone.
Revealing area.
6 seconds left on the clock. Wichita State looking to where they should make a move. Nothing available to them yet. Looks like that decision is headed towards B site. War still here holding it down as KJ with util. Not looking in the direction that he should at the moment.
30 seconds left.
Bomb grenade
Toss
out.
it around.
Blocking sight.
And onto War. Just the most unfortunate timing. We still have one head down. Jamie's holding down B site alone with a full push coming through here with just a Sheriff.
10
He'll
seconds
go
left.
from
Spike down
absolutely
B.
just traded.
Last
Spike
player
is down on the site.
One
Got
enemy
one.
remaining.
Teason with a 2K, just deciding to save that operator, and that is going to be a third round from
Target
KU.
destroyed.
Simply as Spike was not able to get down, Teason had no time. Does look like Sui is then going to collect that operator, and I mean an operator on defense side here is dangerous. Hoping that KU with that knowledge does not
Placing
take
swarm
this peek
grenade.
down mid. And it does look like they're just gonna
Here.
hold that smartly, not let anyone get that peek off of
Too suppressed.
Sui. And there's gonna be some knowledge that there are a few here on A site. You're pushing A. We do see a bit more aggression than before. Jammies with the first pick though on a junked. Marv traded right back to Jammies. It's a 4v4.
Here.
No peeking.
Does look like Wichita has decided to play this a little bit slower again, whereas last time they ran out of time. There are gonna be some speaking of time, there's gonna be some mad timing information coming out here for Wichita. Perfect with the first pick, Crispy with another. Wonderfully done, able to collect some guns. Sui though holding this with an operator.
30
Gonna
seconds.
get that pick onto Crispy, but it's gonna be dealt some damage all the way down to 35 HP. Left with the operator here in mid. Spike's still not down, 20 seconds left. This timing onto Cartface.
Enemy down.
Marv takes that pick.
Like I never left.
Ultimate investment here from Cartface.
Last player standing.
And Xion is able to finish it up with a pick onto Sui and Marv with a little bit
Gun
of
here.
distraction there from Clove. I mean, wonderfully done. That ultimate was well placed, and we are actually going to see then an ultimate, or not, oh my god, a timeout called for Wichita State. I mean, I think this is an important timeout because Wichita State was absolutely dominating, absolutely making a avalanche happen last semester with last map. I think words aren't working for me tonight. Last map, they were able to just go absolutely crazy. And they're going to take a timeout here, 4-1 for KU. And we are going to see that there is probably going to be a save coming out here for, no, does not look like it. Slight save. We have 2 Guardians coming out here for Wichita
Right here.
State. And 3 Sheriffs coming out looking to have some weaponry in their hands. And they are going to have a speed push. This is going to be a fight here if they do decide to push out
Cover
speed.
going out.
We see they choose this mid push instead, which has been one of their most effective pushes yet. I mean, gaining the information that they're there. Silver can ultimate. Use their ultimate. Sui's gonna get a 2K onto Xion and War that we're pushing up B main. That is gonna be a
Get out of my way.
taken for Wichita State, and that is gonna be a kill from Shams on the cart face. We have 2 left down in mid for KU. Spike is going to be planted.
One enemy remaining.
Tabs with a perfect shot on a Crispy. Sui with a 3rd using that ultimate. Thankfully that is an ultimate invested for Wichita State, but it does indeed secure them the round, taking us 4-2. And calling for a save, possibly. Never mind, some weaponry is indeed coming out here for KU.
Placing sentry. Turret out. Watch this.
Spike down mid.
First 2
One
kills,
enemy
3rd
remaining.
onto Sui. War with another. Jason left alone. Jammies with 4K. Insane behavior of what just happened. I mean, absolute just domination within seconds for KU. Jammy's now with 8 and 4 KD. Beautifully played. I mean, we're seeing yet again that these teams have impeccably similar
Placing swarm
KDs,
grenade.
yet it is all about who is able to finish up a round. Over and over, we're left in these 2v2s, 3v2s, 1v1s, and it is just about what team is willing to finish it out.
Lock in sight.
You're going to see this slow push up mid, which has been the most effective for Wichita State, but pulling away from that B site where that first pick had happened. Slowly up this A site, up main. KU has not read this yet, but there are 3 defenders here. They are now going to know exactly where they are. Get that first pick, Jammies on the
Spike
jump.
down A.
And they push
One
out
enemy
Crispy
remaining.
with a kill and a util kill onto Teeson. Cams is going to be left alone. KU looking to possibly push this out. Crispy, though, gets picked.
30 seconds left.
Cam's just holding back. Does not even have Spike here yet on this A site. 20 seconds left on the clock. KU's not going to gain that knowledge of exactly where he is, but they know he has to be coming in. It's going to be taking him down to 75 HP. Jammies is going to finish it off with a 3K here in this round, taking this map 6-2.
Snack time! Starve. Down here. Only brought
And
enough
we
for
see Jammies is just taking control. Jammies is hoping this game continues. 11 and 4 here. We have a good loadout here from KU, and this looks like it's going to be a forced buy here from Wichita State. Their final good buy at the moment.
I'll find them.
Turret out.
Getting some dinks here, not enough to finish off anything. They decide to slow it down just a bit. And that is going to be a rotation over here towards A for Wichita State. KU still holding here, but not too sure what direction they might be. Here's some knowledge for them. Wichita State pulling out that Cartface is possibly down in that angle. With one though, Jammies with 1, 2, and Cartface is taken out by Cams, but this leads this into a 4v2. 40 seconds left on the clock. This slow play is absolutely not working for Wichita whatsoever. Cam stuck in a corner, left.
30
with
seconds
Spike.
left.
He's holding, hoping to get that pick onto Jammies, but unable to. Dexter still with Spike. 13 seconds left on the clock, unable to get that Spike
10
down.
seconds left.
I mean, there's just no way. They decide to pull back in order to not lose these weapons here going into 10th round. And that is going to be a 7th round here for KU. Jammies is going to keep just bringing that KD up. And we see, hopefully, I mean, not hopefully, Wichita State keeps playing this slowly and
Turret out.
unable to finishing it off in time. I mean, it comes down to time. Several rounds now have been a time issue. But there's going to be just bloodshed here in mid. leaving KU down. Crispy though bringing it back.
Spike
Xion with
down,
another,
mid.
and that leaves us 3v2. Junked with an operator in mid and Thiessen with a sheriff on B. Sorry, Marshall. Mid. Junked.
Satchel out.
Having a little battle here with
One enemy remaining.
finally finishes it off.
Bot
3K
coming back.
So far, Thiessen left done and dealt with by Xion,
Gun
taking
here.
this 8-2. I mean, just an absolutely completely different map from the first one we saw, seeing it end 13-7. KU is absolutely changing this up to be a better map for them. I mean, composition-wise, like, it's been played very well.
Placing alarm
Double
bot.
duelist
Recalling my
properly.
bot.
Jammies is just going crazy with some kills, having the operator in his hands now. Getting some information that there's some mid looking to possibly push a little bit more aggressive here. Two here holding this A site. Gonna see that pick. Marv onto Jammies instead of Jammies on Marv. Taking the operator out of play. Sui though onto Crispy. Left up Xion. Able to get one pick, but that ultimate does go down for Killjoy.
Spike planted.
War is able to break it.
You
And
are
that is another
powerless.
ultimate popped here. Holding angles is the only option here. Thiessen onto Xion that takes this to a 2v4 post plant. Not looking good for KU.
One enemy remaining.
Thiessen on cart face, jump on 4. That is going to be a final kill. It's going to take us 8-3 leading into the
Last round in the half.
of this half.
Turret out.
And this is going to be a B
Can
push
I get this?
here. B mid
Can I get
push.
this?
Yet again, another mid push that overall has not worked too well for this team. Although Sui does get in onto Jammies, breaking that ultimate. That is an ultimate down for KU. Sui gets spotted out, but War is only able to do so much. Gets Thiessen as they are flooding out here onto this B site. Marv going for that kill, but Xion onto Marv.
Spike down, B.
There's going to be a defender ultimate.
Last player standing.
Trace
One
just
enemy
back
remaining.
and forth. Crispy left in this 1v1. Spike is not down, a minute left. That is going to be all the way over to A. Plant is going to go down here for cams for Wichita
Spike
State.
planted.
You're going to see a hopefully beautiful 1v1 here from these two players. Cams does decide to hide down low. Crispy unsure of where he could be, checking every corner. Checking for main. Unknowing that he's down low. Cams with the third and final kill, taking this an 8-4 half. Wonderfully done from
Switching sides.
KU. Taking the lead in this first half. I mean, we just see over and over how close these games are with kills. Just KU is able to finish it off just a few more times this match than they were in the last.
I anticipated us winning.
We're going to see KU deciding to play a little bit of aggression here, hoping to get some early picks. Wichita State has 3 here on this B site. That is going to be a trade back and
Spike
forth.
down, B.
No 4v4. here as KU approaches side with 2 on site in the smoke. Down to 6. That first one is going to be their junk though.
Last player
Still
standing.
Cam's back in
Spike
there.
down,
War is
B.
left alone. War unable to get one here. Teason finishes him off. The low HP is just
Everyone
makes it
makes
very
fun.
difficult to finish off there. And we see Wichita State is already trying to close this gap here on this defense side.
Placing sentry.
Here.
Right.
You see there's gonna be some aggression here for KU yet again on this B side. Form. Marv though with 2. Unable to get another. Shion finishing him off.
Last player
With
standing.
2.
Spike
right
down
back.
B.
What is she unable to do? Nothing. Junked with the final kill. I mean, absolutely wonderfully played on the defense here. Able to get their picks and not allowing KU to flood out into the B site.
Turret out.
And I mean, we see this
Placing
aggression
swarm
is
grenade.
not working for KU right now. Hopefully, possibly deciding to take this just a bit slower and avoid being just swarmed in the way that Wichita State has been flooding back into B site. Heartface trades Shion with Sui. That's gonna take us 4v4. Hoping to push up here, possibly towards this A. Marv and Cams get those picks onto KU. Cartface here. Gonna
Hi.
get 1 here on
Bye.
the junked.
I got the spike.
Playing very wide, unsure of where everyone is at. KU deciding to push up on this B site. There's still some util here to call out where they
Scanning
possibly are. And Cartface does get spotted out here by that
30
dart.
seconds left.
And that is going to be Teason right
One
back on
enemy
the
remaining.
site. Marv with the first. Jamie getting on site, getting 1.
One enemy
Able to get
remaining.
the second. Not able to get that plant down quite yet. Unsure of where Kansas is coming from. 14 seconds left on the clock. Jammies is looking to get either a
10
plant
seconds
down or a
left.
kill here. Finally deciding to go for that plant. With
Spike
time
planted.
just running out. It is a 1v1. Jammies versus Cams. And Jammies with just an absolutely beautiful share shot to take this 9-3 and collecting a weapon here from Jams. We do see some buyouts here coming from both teams. That economy is looking a little low here for Wichita State.
Placing
Needing to
swarm
win
grenade.
another in order to keep a sign of growth going.
Yikes.
And that is going to be a first pick from Sui onto War in this mid-site trades, just back and forth, already down to a 3v3 just seconds into this game.
Blinding.
One
Trades
enemy
Cams and
remaining.
Marv, Cams with a 2K, Marv with that ultimate kill. I mean, just what a quick round here
Until I
coming
blind
out
them to strike.
for these teams.
Alarm bot out.
Placing swarm grenade. Placing.
Swarm grenade.
And now instead of seeing Wichita State on a save, we are seeing KU on a save. 4 sheriffs out here for
Get out of my way.
and they get that kill through the wall onto Marv. Wonderfully done.
Alarm bot out.
Decided to slow this down a little bit, giving them the information that they might still be hovering on B though. Wichita State playing a little bit spread out, being unsure of where they are. KU does have 2 pushing up A. That drags 3 over to the A site without Spike being even there. And this is going to be KU deciding
Cover going out.
Pull
back a little bit and deciding to push up onto that B site slowly, taking out all util that could be in their way.
30 seconds left.
With 30 seconds left on the clock, KU should have a clear sight to get Spike down. Jammies we see has ult popped, hoping to find at least one here on B site.
Placing sentry.
5v4 post plant. Crispy onto Teason. Hams traded Crispy right back though, leaving them unable to even touch this site yet. All of KU is here on this site. Hardface on the jumped onto Jammies. Cams onto War.
Last player standing.
Hardface puts us in a 2v1. Junked with time.
Taking one for the team.
2 HP. Dion with the Barrett kill and a thrifty round for KU. And that brings KU up to double digits first on this map. We see some good buyouts here for KU and a light buyout here
Placing alarm
from
bot.
Wichita State, not looking to give them even more. It does look like this is going to be that B up again. Marco with the sheriff came through as before, hoping to get this pick with his ultimate. Unsure where he is. Crispy running out of time.
My turn.
Doesn't get that pick. Heartface ults. Hams with the
Last player standing.
Heartface left alone,
Spike
unable
down
to finish
B.
it off. Sui with the ultimate 3K, 10-8.
Thanks.
And buyouts are going to be low here from KU. Not looking to force too much. That force from Wichita State was definitely rewarded. Spike left and spawn. Sui pick traded.
Killed my ball.
Nate is going to push Teason back just enough so that KU can get here on this B site. Not flooding on quite yet. Unable to. HPs are running low here for several Teason
Deploying
players.
drone. Enemy tag.
Spike
Trying to
planted.
gain that information. Getting plant down for KU. Teason on the cart face. Sui knows where they are. Jammies first.
Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
Left in a 1v1 Sova versus Sova.
Scanning ahead. Found them.
Using that ultimate, hoping to get that pick onto
Deploying
Marv.
drone.
Not even able to get it half yet. Played Xion unable to finish it. Marv with the 3K.
Not ready yet.
That was a hard round for KU,
Revealing area.
especially in that 1v1.
Turret out.
And that is going to be a timeout called, just honestly as expected here from Corn Cob of KU. After a round like that, it's a hard round to lose, especially bringing it down so low after being on a save, being able to get on that B site, but just being absolutely flooded and unable to finish the shots that they have. KU needs just a moment, take a deep breath, regroup, and come in, finish this off. I mean, it's been how many rounds now since a win? It's been far too many. I guess it's only been 2, but half-wise, it is 5-2. And we are back from that timeout pulled by KU here. We're gonna just see the start. Both teams looking possibly mid. KU leaning towards first kill from Cartface in that big fight. KU leaning towards this A site. There's a kill that happens unknowingly. Treated though from junk. Rotating back towards this A site. KU's been pushing slowly here. That is going to be some knowledge gained there for Wichita State.
I cannot use that.
You should run.
KU is going to push here. Wichita State very close to her. Xion is last
Player standing.
damage.
Spike
no one
down
there to
A.
trade. Crispy gets decent. Hoping to get KU
One
to finish that
enemy
off.
remaining.
Left into a 1v1.
I have the spike.
Spike taken down. 48 seconds left on the clock. Just enough time to rotate. That rotation is probably going to be noted here pretty quickly from Wichita State's Junked. Crispy is just booking it towards this B site. 30 seconds
left.
Needed to get a plant down in order to play post plant here in a 1v1. Checking corners, making sure Junked is not still lurking here on this B site. Junked is going to go quiet, hearing that plant start to go down. Does not see Crispy.
Spike planted.
Able to get that plant down, playing boat. It's going to be timing here between these two players. Junk unsure of where he is. That is going to note where he is at. Crispy still unknown of where he is. Beautifully played by Crispy, getting that 3K, taking this 11-9. I mean, like I said, timing is everything on rounds like that in 1v1s. And Crispy today just had some Crispy timing.
Need a drop.
Turret out.
And we do see that Wichita State is going to have some low buys here. Still 2 Vandals and a Phantom out, but economy is shot. KU has decided that A is the site for them, with just this killjoy on this side. Ultimate is going to come out. Oh, no knowledge taken. That turret is still really active. And shoot that off with nothing found. Teeson is still left here on this A site. That is going to be a plant down already. Cams onto Jammies. Mark is going to have this ultimate here, unable to finish off anything. We see a defender ultimate. Crispy is going to be taken out. Cams traded. 4 with 1 on the Sui. Marv is defusing though. No time. It is over. That is going to be 11 shots still going out on both sides. Wichita State is reached
Enemies
double
close.
digits here.
Eyes up.
And now we do see this time KU is on a lighter buy with just one gun coming out here for Xi'an.
Placing swarm grenade.
Here.
KU playing something a little bit different here. Instead of pushing all the way up that A, pushing here on B. Crispy getting caught out. Deciding to play a little bit slower here. KU is looking for that rotation. War leading it towards A site. Still 2 here for Wichita State, holding on this mid. Sue is just waiting to see if anything pushes out here on this A site. No knowledge yet. And with this light buy, KU has to play smart. That is going to be some news given to Wichita State. Thiessen on the first kill on to Crispy. Spotted out. Is that first kill from Sui. Junked with kill kill. Could be one spotted out for Sui. Not able to get the kill.
Last player standing.
Not able to get on. Tammy's unable to finish off. It's going to be 11-11, tying this game up here for Wichita State and KU.
Placing sentry.
We see
Beat
even
them
buyouts
back.
coming out here for these teams going into this even game. Gonna be some util to spot out where they are. Marv shooting through the wall just to share.
My ultimate is ready.
Ultimate now ready for war on the side of KU. Playing slowly. Wichita State has decided to draw out just a little bit, but there's plenty of util here.
You should run.
That is going to be an ultimate down here for KU. Hoping to get onto the site. Not pushing out quite yet.
Placing swarm grenade.
Knocked out Marv.
Gotcha,
Shot
fun.
through the smoke.
My turn.
To Thiessen on another. Xi'an gets Cam. Sui though trades Crispy.
30 seconds left. Spike
Last
last player
kill,
standing.
unable to finish. Marv with the 3K. Xi'an left alone, unable to finish it off. Thiessen with the final kill, taking this 11-12 game. It's looking like this game is
My
either
ult's
Wichita
ready.
State
Oh.
or will end up
Was that
being
important?
overtime. And this
Match
is
point.
match point for Wichita State. If KU is able to pull through, this could go to a third map.
Turret out.
And we see a little bit of a broken buy here from KU. Jammies does have that ultimate ready, able to pop it at any time. But we see some Guardians in the hands of KU players. An operator here on the side
out of my
Wichita
way.
State. It's going to be a first fight here. Camps with the first pick, first blood. Going to pull back immediately. Xi'an left here on A site alone. Unsure of what to do. Find out that there is that right up mid operator with Sui. This is a 4v3. KU needs to be smart. Able to get that pick for beautifully done. but traded out by Cams.
Last
Mid.
player standing.
And this is left to a 1v2. Xion left alone, unsure of where
Suppress it.
everyone is. But is
Last player
able to get that
standing.
first pick. Left in a 1v1 up against Cams.
Right here. Scanning ahead.
Just the timing is everything here with smokes. Unknowing that Cams is left here on this site with them. Xion is looking around,
30 seconds left.
waiting.
Gun
Everyone
here.
20 seconds left on the clock.
Flag planted. My ult is ready.
Cams does not take the shot. Xion unsure. Timing. Cams gets the final kill, and that is going to be 13-11 here for Wichita State to take this game and finish it up. What a game from KU.
Defenders
While
win.
Not able to finish it off entirely. Cams with an incredible run of 27-13. It was well played, taking this 11-13, taking it the whole way. KU playing against an arguably much better team as a very new team did wonderful today. Thank you all so much for coming out today and chatting with us about KU Valorant, and GG's to our teams. Thank you guys.